So, ayun guys, nagbabalik tayo dito sa ating tinatopic. Ang tatakalaman natin ngayon ay itong hand tools and its uses. So, nung last topic natin, may nakita kayo yung crimping tool, crimper. May crimper doon, may tawag doon, yung wire stripper, ganon. Basta yan, tools din yan. So makakasama yan dito. Yeah. So yan, learning. Pasensya nyo na yung boses ko guys, medyo ano lang talaga, medyo masakit ang lalamunan ko. So yun, play tayo. Learning objectives. After reading this information sheet, you must be able to... Wait lang guys, ayusin ko lang yung mic para mas malapit. Mas kinig nyo. Hindi ako makalakas ang boses eh. Okay na ba yan? Yan, okay na yan. So ito, after reading this information sheet, you must be able to, pagkatapos mag-discuss tong information sheet na to, makakayanan nyo ng identify different hand tools and its uses. So yan, malalaman nyo na kung ano yung mga iba't ibang hand tools, tsaka yung mga specific na purpose nila or uses nila. So malalaman nyo na yan dito. And then pangalawa, know the specification of various hand tools. Specifications. Yung various hand tools, mga specs nila. So okay, introduction. A tool is a handheld device that aids in accomplishing a task. Tools range from a traditional metal cutting part of a machine to an element of a computer program that activates and controls a particular function. So, excuse me. Ang tool daw kamay na pwede mo siyang gamitin na gamit ang kamay mo na device that aids or natulong sa pagtapos ng mga task or sa pag-ayos ng mga task nyo. So ayun yun, tools sa mga di nakakaalam dyan. Then ito, proper tool selection. Know and understand in detail the usage of the work to be accomplished. So halimbawa, meron kayong kailangan nyo meron kayong tornilyo, Philip heads. So ang kailangan nyo dun na specific tool ay yung screwdriver, Philip head screwdriver. So yun. Pag naman meron kayong flathead, and then flathead screwdriver ang natin. Ganun siya guys. Kailangan nyo malaman in detail kung paano siya gamitin at kung paano siya suriin yung mga tools na yun, at para saan ba talaga siya, yung specific purpose nila. So yun. Pangalawa naman, plan for the scope taking into account of the sequence of tasks. So yun. Pangatlo, select the best tool for each task. So yun, tulad nga sinabi kong huling video, excuse me. Yan ba, may pako, tapos kailangan mong ipako yung, halimbawa lang kailangan mong pakuan yung kahoy, and then alas ang meron ka lang tools ay halimbawa is yung plies, plais kung tawagin dito sa amin, yung plies o plies. So ayun lang meron ka. So hindi siya gaanong effective sa pagpukpok kasi medyo maliit lang yung space niya. So pag gumamit ka ng specific tool na para dun ganun talagang purpose niya, ah, which is martilyo or hammer, so yun mas mapapadali yung mga work nyo, yung mga task nyo, mas mapapabilis nyo magagawa yun. This may require in training, this may require Hello? Yun! Gumana na. Shemay. Wow, 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 wow. Wow, wow, wow. So, yun guys. Gumana siya sa wakas. So, tuloy tayo dito. So, yun. Kakasabi ko lang dito sa safe use of hand tools. Kailangan nung marunong kayo sa paggamit, familiar kayo, alam nyo kung paano gumagana or ginagamit. So yun, use of hand tools. Kasi ayun o, nakalagay na dyan, misuse of hand tools may lead to injuries within ourselves and or people working around us. So pag talaga mali ang paggamit mo ng mga hand tools, pwede magkosto ng injuries or disturbance sa within ourselves, sa atin, o kaya sa mga taong nakapaligid sa atin. So yun. Also, incorrect use of hand tools may damage the tool itself. So yun, pag sala ang paggamit mo ng hand tools, pwedeng ma-damage yung tool mismo niya. Pwede ma-damage, pwede masira. So yun, hand tools must be safely used. So yun, kailangan nyo talagang maingat kayo sa paggamit ng mga hand tools. So, guidelines for hand tools safely. So unang guideline natin, use the right tool for the job. So yun, at katulad nga ng sabi ko, meron talagang mga specific na tools para sa isang specific na task. So ayun ang gagamitin nyo para hindi kayo magkalito-lito, para hindi mataas ang risk. So yun, use the right tool for the job, as tools are designed for specific needs. So yun, kakasabi ko lang, the first step in safe hand tools is using the correct tool for the correct job. So yun, this is the reason why there are screwdrivers with various lengths and tip styles, and pliers with different head shapes. So yun, katulad nga daw ng mga screwdriver, may Phillips head screwdriver, Torx screwdriver, or flat head screwdriver. So yun, kanya-kanya yun na may kanya-kanya ding purpose at kanya-kanyang use. So hindi lang kasi iisang uri ang mga screwdriver or mga tornilyo. Meron ding flat, may pa-positive, pa-negative, so ito naman, various lengths and tips. So meron siyang mga haba tsaka tip style, so yung dulo. Tsaka mga pliers daw or plies dito sa amin, meron siyang mga iba't ibang head shape, iba't ibang tawag dito, head shape. So yun, different head shape, iba't ibang uri siya. Meron pa tilos, meron pa kapal siya na itsura, basta yun na yun. Ito naman, improper use of a tool is a step in the wrong direction. So yun, pag talaga hindi ayos ang paggamit mo ng tool, talagang siya, maling direction yun, risky na direction yung tinatahak mo. So yun, inappropriate use of hand tool causes injury, tool damage, and even equipment damage. So yun, sana nagsabi, ang hindi ayos or hindi tama na paggamit ng tool ay pwedeng makakos ng injury, tool damage, and even equipment damage. Yun, madaming pwedeng ma-involve pag hindi ka marunong gumamit ng isang tool. Hindi lang ikaw ang pwedeng maapektuhan, marami pa. So yun, and then dito naman tayo sa use insulated tools when needed. So yun nga, yung mga insulated tools, yung hindi takbo yung electricity do sa tool na yon. Kasi minsan, halimbawa PC yung aayusin natin, so diba kadalasan meron pa silang ginagamit na na parang mga gloves ba yun na basta anti-ano siya eh. Tsaka mga tawag dun, basta napag-aralan namin yun eh. Pero makikita natin yun mamaya. So yun, use insulated tools when needed. Insulated tools are designed to reduce the chance of injury if the tool should come in contact with an energized source. So yun, pwede daw nito mabawasan yung ikokos niyang injury pag yung tool ay nakapag-contact sa isang energized source or sa isang electrical component. So yun, as we never know when a situation will arise where insulated tools are required. So yun, ayun nga, sabi nga dyan, hindi talaga natin malalaman kung kailan natin kakailanganin yung insulated tools. Kaya mabuti na yung meron tayo laging dalang insulated tools. Ayun, we need to have some insulated tools in our collection. So yun ang kailangan natin. Dapat madami tayong insulated tools para in case na kailangan natin. So ayun, andyan lang siya sa tabi-tabihan natin. So yun, we must frequently inspect insulated tools for any wear or cracking of insulation. Yun, tingnan natin, pagmamasdan natin yung or obserbahan natin yung tools kung meron ba siyang mga crack of the insulation. So yun, para safe din, keeping tools clean, dry, and free from surface contaminants is important as not to compromise insulating properties. So yun, keeping tools clean, dry, and free from surface contaminants. So yun, kailangan doon nating panatilihin malinis, tuyo, kasi guys, alam nyo, pag tubig tsaka kuryente, talagang bad news yun. Kaya papanatilihin natin tuyo, tsaka free sa mga surface contaminants, sa mga chemical. So yun, it's important as not to compromise insulating properties. So yun, it is best not to use tools that have been broken by cutting, worn, or burned out. So kailangan gagamit kayo ng mga wala pang damage, wala pang defect na mga tools para sure tayong safe tayo sa paggamit natin. It is best not to use the tools that have been broken by cutting, nasira pag habang nagpuputol ka, worn, so gamit na, or worn or burned out. So yun, parang sobrang overuse na siya, kailangan natin siyang palitan. So make note that the tools with plastic clip or slip-on plastic handles are not insulated. They are only featured for comfort. Likewise, wrapping a tool with elastic tape. Ayun, so take note daw na yung mga may plastic clip sa mga handles or slip-on plastic sa mga handles ay hindi insulated. So hindi po siya insulated. So kailangan talaga natin bumili ng mga insulated tools, hindi yung lalagyan lang natin ng plastic or kung ano man. Hindi, risky pa din yun. They are only featured for comfort. So para lang siya sa komportablehan ng gagamit ng tools. Likewise, wrapping a tool with elastic tape does not promote insulation. So yun, excuse me, pag gagamitan mo lang daw siya ng elastic tape, so hindi siya effective pang paging insulated na tool. Hindi siya ganun ka ano. And then dito naman tayo sa follow general safety and maintenance practices. So yan, improper use of tools is not only dangerous but also shows a lack of understanding of tool safety and disrespect for those around you. Thus, following safety and maintenance practice is a must. So yan, a lack of understanding of this. So yun, pag daw hindi mo na gagamit ng ayos yung mga tools mo shows na lack of understanding of tool safety. So hindi mo alam kung ano yung tool safety, and disrespect. So disrespect siya for those around you. So kailangan talaga natin mag-practice, proper training, tapos ano ba, sundin ng mga guidelines. So yun, safety first lagi. So yun guys, tandaan yun, safety first lagi. Wearing an improved eye protection is one of the safety practices when using a hand tool. True. So guys, wait lang, may kukunin lang ako. So kinuha ko lang yung aso ko guys. Si Jiro. Ito siya, nandito na siya. Wala kasing kasama sa baba. Uy, sabon ta Jiro. So tuloy tayo, sana tayo. Improper use of hand tools. So ayan, eye protection is one of the safety practices when using a hand tool. So yun, kailangan din natin ng eye protection para ano yun, talagang safety first talaga guys. So through it we can protect our eyes from serious injuries. So kailangan poprotektahan natin yung mga mata natin sa mga serious injuries. So another safety practice is keeping cutting tools like knives, bolts, cutters, and pliers sharp, lubricated, and in good repair. Cutting wire, bolts, and similar materials must always be made at a 90-degree angle to avoid clipping the edges of the knives. Pliers must not also be rocked when attempting to cut materials. This puts tremendous side pressure on cutting surfaces. So, always cutters lubricated in good repair. So good repair dapat must always be made at 90-degree angle. So hindi natin makiklip yung dulo ng knife. So yun, use well designed high quality tools. So yun, kailangan natin gumamit ng well designed high quality, yung mga known, yung mga branded na tools. For safer and easier job, investing in high quality tools is advised. So yun, kailangan natin bumili, mag-ipon para sa mga gandang tools. So yun, if you are using pliers, take note of the qualities of high quality pliers. For jobs requiring extra leverage, use high leverage pliers. This plier gives more cutting and gripping power than standard pliers. So meron pa palang ibang specifications yung mga pliers natin guys. Hindi yan ito. It is also best in jobs with repetitive cuts or twisting. Baba ka ba dito? Baba ka? Huh? Kagkayan eh. Sorry guys, yung suko kasi. So yung saan na tayo? Standard pliers. It is also best in jobs with yun, numerous wire pairs. So pliers with hot riveting. So ano ba? At the joint, ensure smooth movement across the full active range of pliers. This reduces handle wobble for positive cut. For heavy duty cutting, use side cutting and diagonal cut. So yan, ayun yung mga iba't ibang extra uses ng pliers. Depende siya sa style ng pliers na bibili mo. So kalagay dyan, laging gagamit ng high quality tools. Mas maigi nang mag-invest sa high quality tools kaysa sa mga low quality tools na hindi pa rin sure ang safety niya. So yan, next tayo, ito na, in using knives, choose sharp cutting knives and tempered handles for better cutting result. Okay, pala electric pan guys. Further, for other tools not mentioned, you must look for well-designed tools with a contoured thumb area for a firmer grip or colored-coded handles for easy tool identification. So yun, using well-designed and high-quality tools save time and give professional results to you. Most importantly, they help you do your job safely. So yan, wait lang guys. So yan, tuloy tayo dito guys. Other basic safety rules for hand tools: keep your hand free from oil and grease. So yun, kailangan walang oil or grease sa mga kamay natin. Handle sharp edge and pointing tool with care by your side with the points and heavy hands down. So yun, lagi nyong yung matilos na mga bagay, lagi nyong ituturo sa baba, wag sa gitna, pataas, kaliwa, kanan, wag sa baba lagi, para in case na halimbawa matutumba kayo or madadanggil kayo, hindi tayo makakasakit or di natin may injury yung sarili natin or yung ibang tao. So buksan ko lang to. Secure all small work and short work with a vise or clamp. So yun, carry tools with each storage box for protection. Never put them in your pocket. So pag mag-aano daw kayo ng tools guys, kailangan laging nasa toolbox, secured, tsaka ano sila, categorized, para pag may kailangan kayo, so di nyo na lang siya kukunin, ganan. Huwag nyo daw siya ilalagay sa mga bulsa nyo kasi delikado yun, delikado maglagay sa bulsa ng mga tools. So kailangan lalagay lang natin sa toolbox. So never put them in your pocket. So ito tatandaan nyo dyan, never put them on your pocket. So yun, so use tools in good condition, not those that are loose or cracked. So yun, use tools in good condition, not those loose or cracked. So wait lang guys, may ayusin lang ako dito. Basahin nyo muna ito lahat kung para magkaroon kayo ng idea. So matuloy tayo guys, dito tayo sa ito. So use tools in good condition, not those that are loose or cracked. So yun, gamit daw ko yung mga tools na ayos pa, wala pa siyang damage, wala pang defect. So hindi yung may mga loose or crack na. Make sure your tools are all with handles. Yun, yung may mga hawakan ang gagamitin nyo. So ito naman, clean the tools after using and return them to proper storage place. So pagkakagamit nyo, aayusin nyo ang lagay sa storage. So lilinisin nyo din para hindi mag build up ng kalawang or rust. So do you understand? So yun, pwede nyo yung sagutan. So bibigyan ko kayo ng mga siguro mga 30 minutes. So real time yan guys. 30 minutes ha, sagutan yan ha. 30 minutes, hintayin ko kayo. So, tapos na naman siguro nyo guys, no? So, diretso tayo dito. So, ito na siya. Preparing for the task to be undertaken includes proper tool selection. Number 1, how do you select the best tool for the job? First, know and understand in detail the scope of work to be accomplished. The second, plan for the scope, taking into account the sequence of tasks. So, yun. Para daw ma-identify nyo kung ano yung tamang tool, kailangan nyo munang understand the detail, kung ano bang kailangan gawin. Halimbawa, kailangan mong luwagan or sikipan, mga ganun so yun, kailangan nyo identify. So, pangalawa, selecting the best tool for each task requires training in the proper use of the tools, field experience in their safe use, and following the manufacturer's guidance and instructions for the specific tool. So yun, kailangan nyo ng proper training, tsaka field experience, tsaka ang recommendation ng manufacturer's guidance, so yun, instruction nila. When obtaining the tool, all the associated tooling and consumable parts as recommended by the manufacturer must be included. In addition, related consumable parts must also be selected and used according to their manufacturer's instructions. So yun, kailangan nyo talagang sundin yung mga recommended ng manufacturer, kasi sila yung mas nakakaalam kung ano yung mas maganda. So yun, sila yung mas may experience. So dito naman tayo. Safe use of tools. Once selected, use the tool for the purpose for which it was designed. Not all tools come with detailed instructions, so, but there are those that do spell out the safety do's and don'ts for their safety. If there are set up use options, operator judgment must always be based on what is the safest way to use the tool. So yun, ito yung guidance nila. Yan, safe use of tools. Environmental safety and health program requires the following. All the tools may be kept in good condition with regular maintenance. So yun, kailangan siya, nasa magandang condition siya, at saka meron siya regular maintenance. So lagi nyong nililinis, lagi nyong basta may maintenance siya, lagi maintain yung kanyang condition. So the right tool be used for the job. So yun, katulad nga sabi ko, may specific tool for a specific task. So each tool be examined before use and damage for defective tools not to be used. So yun, kailangan i-examine muna ang mga tools na gagamitin nyo. Tools be operated according to manufacturer's instructions. So yun, kailangan i-operate ng mga manufacturer's instructions. The right protective equipment for the tool and activity be used. So yan, hardware tools. To complete hardware repairs, it is important to have a toolkit that should contain all of the necessary tools. As you gain experience, you will learn which tools to have available for different types of jobs. Hardware tools are grouped into these 4 categories. So, pag meron na kayong tamang experience, alam nyo na yung mga tools na kailangan para sa iba't ibang tasks na gagawin nyo. So yun, hardware tools group. Ito ang 4 categories ng hardware tools. Electrostatic discharge, ESD tools, or yun yung mga sa mga electricity na components. Hand tools, so mga gloves, mga ganon, mga safety gloves. Cleaning tools, yung mga katulad nga nung compressed air, yung mga ganon, panglinis yon, compressed air, cleaning tools. Ano pa bang cleaning tools? Mga cloth, yan, diagnostic tools. So yan, mga tools na yan. Electrostatic discharge tools. Static electricity is easily generated by friction on carpets, tile, flooring, clothing, hair, fabric, etc. Yun. The friction of moving air along will charge suspended particles and cause the buildup of static electrical charges on people and objects in the environment. Grounded anti-static work mats used with anti-static wrist straps provide the most basic means for the controlled discharge. So yun, mga talaga siya, mga electrical charges. pag may electric ano tawag dito, basta pag may kuryente yung pag aayusin nyo, kailangan nyo ng ESD tools o electrostatic discharge tools. Ito yung mga example ng electrostatic discharge tools: anti-static wrist-strap, used to prevent ESD damage sa computer equipment. So yan, ito yata yung sususuotin nyo pag mag-aayos kayo ng mga PC, used to prevent ESD damage to computer equipment. So yan ang gagamitin nyo. Anti-static mat, used to stand on or place hardware on to prevent static electricity from building. So yun, pwede nyo to tayuan or dyan ilagay yung mga hardware para mag-prevent yung static electricity. So yun, yan kayo tatayo. Hand tools. A hand tool is a device for performing work on a material or a physical system using only hands. The hand tools can be manually used, employing force, or electrically powered using electrical current. Examples of hand tools. So ito ang example: flathead screwdriver, used to loosen or tighten slotted screws. So ayun yung negative na screw ay na ginagamit, flathead screwdriver. Phillips head screwdriver, used to loosen or tighten crosshead. So crosshead naman yan, yung positive. Ito yung ginagamit. Torx screwdriver, used to loosen or tighten screws that have a star-like depression on the top, a feature that is mainly found on laptops. So yun daw yung mga nasa laptop. So ganun itsura ng Torx. So hex driver, sometimes called a nut driver, is used to tighten nuts into wait lang guys, may natawag. In the same way that a screwdriver tightens screws. So yan. Needle nose plier, used to hold small parts, yung maliliit na parts, halimbawa tornilyo, yung mga ganan. Wire cutter, taga-cut ng wire, used to strip and cut wires. Tweezers, used to manipulate small parts. So yun, katulad nga ng tornilyo. And then mga yung mga basta main dyan yung mga tornilyo. Part retriever, used to retrieve parts from location that are too small for your hand to fit. So ayun yung ginagamit nyo pag medyo masikip yung kukuhanan nyo ng tools o ng parts. So ayan yung gagamitin nyo. So ito, wire stripper, a tool designed to remove the protective covering jacket of a cable to expose the inner wires. Because different wires come in different shapes, there are dozens of different wire strippers available. In the picture is an example of a wire stripper that strips cables when placed in between the blade in the holder and spun around the cable until the cable jacket can be pulled out. So ayan yung ginagamit. May iba't ibang klase daw ng wire stripper, depende sa cable na tatanggalan nyo ng jacket. So jacket or yung cover nya para ma-expose yung inner wires. So yun. Ito siya, yung crimping tool. So crimping tool is a device used to conjoin two pieces of metal by deforming one or both of them in a way that causes them to hold each other. The result of the tool's work is called a crimp. A good example of crimping is the process of affixing a connector to the end of a cable. For instance, network cables and phone cables are created using a crimping tool shown below. So join the RJ45 and RJ11 connectors to the both ends of either phone or CAS cable. So yan, yung crimping tools pang ng RJ45, pang crimp. Then flashlight, used to light up areas that you cannot see well. So pag may madilim kayong part na hindi nyo masyadong makita, lagyan nyo lang ng flashlight. Yan. Cleaning tools. Having the appropriate cleaning tools is essential when maintaining or repairing computers. Using these tools ensures that computer components are not damaged during cleaning. So meron din mga specific cleaning tools para sa paglilinis nyo ng mga computer. So yan, ito una, lint-free cloth used to clean different computer components without scratching or leaving debris. So ito yung lint-free cloth. So hindi siya mag-i-scratch sa mga computer nyo. Yan, hindi siya mag-iiwan ng mga damage. Yan. Compressed air, used to blow away dust and debris from from different computer parts without touching the computer. So yun, ayun yung hangin, ayun nga, compressed air. Hangin siya para maalis yung mga dumi or dust, mga gabok, habang di hinahawakan yung mga components. So ayun yung kinagandahan ng compressed air. So cable ties naman, used to bundle cables neatly inside and outside of a computer. So siya yung parang nag-o-organize ng mga cables nyo para hindi sila gulo-gulo. Pwedeng sa loob or sa labas ng computer. So ito naman, parts organizer, used to hold screw, jumpers, fasteners, and other small parts and prevents them from getting mixed together. So yan, parang siya, kinakategorize niya yung yung mga screw, jumpers, fasteners, and small parts para hindi sila sama-sama. So ayun yung parts organizer. Diagnostic tools, computers are easier to use and more dependable with each new generation of hardware and operating system update. But that doesn't mean they're problem free. Here's the most popular tools for diagnosing your computer problems. So excuse me. So ayan, multimeter used to test the integrity of circuits and the quality of electricity in computer components. So yan. Loopback adapter used to test the functionality of computer ports. So yun, tinacheck yung functionality kung nagana. And ito, network cable tester. So cable tester is a device that is used to test the strength and connectivity of a particular type of cable or other wired assemblies. There are a number of different types of cable testers, each able to test a specific type of cable or wire. Some may be able to test different types of cables or wires. Cable tester can test whether a cable or wire is set up properly, connected correctly, and the communication strength between source and destination. So ayun daw yung pwedeng i-test kung tama ba yung pagkakaano mo ng ito kasi example nito sa mga sa UTP cable, sa G45, yung mga ganun. Kung ayos ba yung pagkakalagay mo ng mga wire, kung nagana ba siya. So dito nyo matetest yun. So ayun, so sagot ulit kayo dito guys kung gusto nyo. I-standby ko lang dyan ng siguro mga 30 minutes ulit. Yan wait lang, paano ba ito paalitin? Yan, so yan, sagutan nyo muna guys, 30 minutes and then boom. So yan guys, no, hanggang dito na lang yung ating tingnan nyo na lang dyan. Hanggang dito na lang yung ating topic for today. So sana may natutunan kayo kahit medyo matagal, kasi talaga guys, sa talagang lalamunan ko. So yan guys, thank you, bye bye.